Hey everyone, what's up and welcome to a new video on my channel. In today's video we will mainly focus on the balance changes and why I think that NetEase kinda failed us. But yeah, let's just start. So some balance changes were actually pretty good and very needed, but maybe not enough in my opinion. Why I say that is, for example, that Bella had like a balance change. She had a nerf, and the nerf is like the time required for the fallen bar to reset has been increased from 5 to 10 seconds. So double the time. Yes, it's a good change, but is it enough to make this echo weaker again? Of course the echo will be weaker, but overall it's not a huge nerf in my opinion. And the main problem is that all the combinations around Bella are just way too strong. So how should a Bella rework, rebalance have been? Well, this is a first good step, of course, but since the main problem in my opinion is the combination of the cards, overall I think the singular book in combination with the three books is just too strong. So in my opinion they should have nerfed that technique, that mechanism. So instead of each time reducing the 3 books by 2 MP, just reducing it by 1 MP, it would have already a huge impact, because to me it is just way too overpowered and needs a rework. But yeah, obviously this would affect everyone that plays the cards, but it would hugely affect Bella because it's the main point of how Bella gets like the damage in, the hits in. One of the best things in my opinion, okay, I'm maybe very biased because I like the Newt Echo, but Newt Echo gets somehow of a buff. Well, not somehow, he indeed gets a buff, and it's needed because it's an Echo that you don't really see up there on the top, so it's a very good change. I can read it to you. Echo of Newt. Swooping evil cards gained through special bonds now have health and damage increased from 75% to 100% of the original card. And T-Bull cards damage is also increased from 75 to 100% of the original card. So this is big, at 25, like, yeah, 25% on top of it more. So it is a good difference, and it was needed that something happens to Newt. I also think that he maybe gained some benefit from the new upcoming companion card, but we'll see about that. So this is, in my opinion, a good change. You need to do something with echoes that are not played a lot or that are underperforming compared to the past. So you need to do something about them to rebalance them, okay? It's just very obvious. Then they also like buffed somehow the echo of Ginny Weasley, which probably is also good because she's not played too much. You know, it can be a very annoying echo. She's not played too much. It's when the flight bar reaches 120, movement and basic attacks will no longer interrupt the duelist's takeoff process. However, using cards or being affected by control effects will still prevent takeoff. So I'm not very familiar with that echo, but it somehow should be a buff. So yeah, also a buff to Ginny and Snape is the Time Turner card. Time Turner now will cost 4 MP instead of 5, but the health of Time Turner units has been reduced to 80% of their previous value. Still, overall, I think it's a huge buff because paying 1 MP less and you probably play the card 2 or 3 times per game, it will make a huge difference. So Snape gets a buff here, Ginny too. I assume that we will see those 2 echoes way more often in the future because that's the main card around those echoes, and yeah, it will affect it. But if we see more Snapes, maybe we will see less Bellas because Snape is kind of effective against it, in my opinion. Was this change needed? I honestly don't think so, but it's not it's not on me to judge. I don't know, the team behind it probably had an idea in mind or a reason to change it, but whatever. But a change that I really don't understand is the bludger. The bludger, so each consecutive hit now increases damage by 7% of the initial hit. The final hit damage remains unchanged. When the final hit strikes an opponent, the caster's recovered movement cards are reduced from 3 to 1. So movement card wise, it was like nerfed, but the damage got buffed, and in my opinion it was not needed with bludger. It was already such an annoying card, and to somehow have a buff here, I don't understand. I really don't understand. Super weird. Whatever. I'm curious to see how it will go, but for Cedric, this is for sure a buff. And I expect also to see a lot of Cedrics in the upcoming season, but we will see. A super needed nerf, and it's good that it finally happened. Scamander's suitcase. When the suitcase capacity reaches 75% or higher, the shield granted to newly deployed summons is reduced from 57% of their max health to 30%. Units defeated while being absorbed will no longer contribute their health to the suitcase capacity. That's good. That's honestly very, very good. It was very needed. It was way too strong. And yeah, those are the main things that I personally take from this balance changes, okay? From me as a, I don't know, you know, not very professional guy, whatever player, you know. I'm just giving you my opinion on the small informations that I gathered since I came back, you know. So some good things, some weird things, whatever. But a thing that two things that I really don't understand is, once, the thing I already said, that the 3 books didn't get nerfed somehow. They're just way too strong and dominant in the meta in combination with the singular book. Super weird that it didn't get nerfed, okay? And the other card is Jeeves. How could you not nerf that card? It's just way too broken. And I think that 99% of the players would agree with me that the card is just way too annoying, way too strong. You need to do something, either reduce the health or reduce the damage that the card does, because even if somehow underleveled, super annoying still and very strong. I assume that they will still wait 1 or 2 seasons before they do a nerf. That card will for sure get a nerf. We all know it. It is meant to be, unless they will release a card that counters it super effectively, whatever. But I'm 99.9% sure they will nerf the card. It's just way too strong. And what happens with totally overpowered cards, at some point they will get nerfed. Why do they do this? Well, it's very obvious. Introducing overpowered cards into the game gets the money. It's very easy. People tend to put a lot of money into the game to get those cards, and then they let them play for 1, 2, 3 seasons, whatever, before they nerf it. They know that the card is too strong, but they don't want to touch it yet because it might be too early. But the card will get a nerf eventually. It's needed. It's needed, and I'm very disappointed that it was not included in the balance changes. It's very sad because it's way too broken, especially in some specific combinations. Yeah, but overall, it's not super bad what we got here as balance changes. Some things got readjusted. I didn't went too much into detail with everything, but in my opinion, it's fine. We will see how it turns out the next season. There will probably be other mechanisms and other combinations that will be super broken, but we will see that. And yeah, for now, I would say this is it. I'll probably also try to finally play Snape in the next season. It's an echo I never played a lot in the past, but considering the new time turner adjustment, it could be a very, very, very good choice to main in the next season. Same with Greene, same with Cedric. So I think those 3 echoes will be very, very good for the next season. Bella's still also on the top in my opinion, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, this was it. Leave me your opinion in the comment section down below. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you mostly disagree with me? It's up to you. Yeah, okay, this was it. Hope you like and subscribe, and hopefully see you on the next video. Bye bye.